Controversy! They have controversy, they have controversy, even you have controversy. Yes, you are now controversial. How dare you? I shall now cancel you! Controversy in the gaming world is really nothing new. In fact, it pretty much has been around since the industry began. Does Custer's Revenge ring a bell? How about the classic hot coffee mod for GTA San Andreas? Gaze upon these polygons as they flop together like dying fish you just pulled from a lake. See, this has been a thing for a while. However, that is not what has caught my eye. It is the fact that the amount of these major blunders has vastly increased. Broken releases, unimaginative releases, greedy monetization practices, and terrible business decisions have been climbing in number in the past decade to the point that they make up a massive chunk of the gaming news that we see today. In fact, it was a business decision with the same thought process of licking a belt sander that was the very inspiration for this video. This event was the recent genius move by Sony to force players of the game, Helldivers 2, to get a PlayStation Network account. Now before I continue, I will say that this decision was reversed so fast that I had not even finished making this video yet, but I still think that it is worth talking about. While on paper, being told to get a separate account may not seem bad, it actually had several serious downsides that came with it. PC players, especially players on Steam, like me, are not really big fans of having to make separate accounts for a game that they purchased on their already made Steam account. Also like me. PlayStation Network, which I shall now call PSN to save myself the time of saying all those unnecessary letters, is notorious for getting hacked and having a massive amount of information get leaked out. The most famous of these attacks was in April of 2011, when hackers accessed the personal information of 77 million users, which was basically everyone who had a PlayStation at that time, which also led to a several-week-long system shutdown where no one was able to access the platform in any way, shape, or form. The other two attacks that come to people's minds were the DDoS attacks taken out by Lizard Squad on both August and December of 2014 that caused the entire system to be shut down for a large amount of time. And one right before Christmas, too. That just sucks. The fact that they waited 3 months into the game's lifespan when it had gotten massive amounts of praise and popularity to drop this news bomb, instead of at the beginning. It would have still sucked then, but it would not have been as bad. Like dropping a sledgehammer on your foot instead of your nuts. Hey, do you live in Egypt, Albania, Lithuania? Well, get screwed! You, along with over 100 other countries, will no longer be able to play this game because PSN is not available to those nations. And if you already purchased it, too bad! You are not getting your money back. Lol. All of this in the end is made worse because Sony, for a fact, would know about these problems, because the decision was made even knowing that they have these business practices in place. This was actually the second hit in a double whammy of recent smooth-brained gaming decisions that dropped in our lap. The first was from the also quite popular game, Escape from Tarkov. Now, admittedly, I have no personal experience with Tarkov, unlike Helldivers 2, but even then, I can still confidently say that the business idea that came from it blew my mind with how stupid it was. Allow me to paint a scenario for you. You are a humble Tarkov player, getting up in the morning saying, "It's Tarkov time," before Tarkoving all over the place. You then get told that there is a big update coming with new maps and content. But biggest of all, an offline PvE mode, a nice place to chill and relax without worrying about interference from others. It seems fantastic, a dream come true from Battlestate, the developers of the game, given directly to you. Then they reach through the screen, punch you directly in the face, and tell you to cough up $250 to access it in the Unheard Edition. $250 for a PvE mode? What? And to add insult to injury, Battlestate Game CEO, I am gonna most likely butcher this pronunciation, Nikita Boyanov, responded with an apology saying, and I quote, "Unfortunately, I somehow did not foresee the fact of such a reaction, and now I have drawn conclusions for my future decisions." Holy crap, that accent sucked. How could you not foresee people getting mad at this? But wait, it gets worse. If you take away the base price of Escape from Tarkov, which is $50, away from the cost of the Unheard Edition, that leaves $200. So this one mode costs 4 times as much as the base game. And this is after years of complaints from the EOT players about major cheating issues running rampant in the game that have gone unheard by the developers. What both of these controversies have shown us is that there is a single overarching issue that has really started to plague the gaming industry: lack of listening to the players. This has been a thorn in our side for quite a while now, and it has taken quite a lot of forms. For example, 343 Industries, the current developer of the Halo franchise, created overpriced bundles in Halo Infinite's in-game shop. Seriously, $20 for a set of armor that I cannot even customize? Yeah, no. And players constantly ask to either sell the individual pieces or to make the prices lower. And what happens? They make a bigger bundle for even more money, $32, which is half the price of all of these amazing games. Not only that, instead of adding new weapons, which is another thing that players have been asking for, they are just adding new skins for, you guessed it, the shop. What makes it even more unfortunate is that Halo Infinite is a fun game, yet it is knocked back down by these bad business practices. Okay, I could go on and on about gaming decisions that make me facepalm so hard that it echoes, so instead, I shall give a quick list of my favorite gaming controversies of the past 2 decades. Shall we? EA causing such an uproar over the use of loot boxes that it caused a multi-year lawsuit spree from multiple different countries. Don't you love surprise mechanics? Dragon's Dogma 2 launching without telling anyone of the in-game microtransactions. It was 21 pieces of content on sale for a total of around $42, including having to pay to edit your character. The insane amount of employee layoffs across the board. Some companies laying off thousands of people at once, and others did it right before Christmas. Dick move. Activision Blizzard. The whole company. I'll be honest, they have done so much scummy stuff that I could not pick just one to focus on. So there are a bunch of articles of theirs in the description for you to enjoy/cringe at. And finally, Microsoft and 343 Industries leadership scrapping a bunch of awesome Halo ideas, including a Helldivers 2 style ODST game and a flood-based horror game. Okay, I'll be honest, that may not be super major of a controversy, but it just hurts on a personal level. Okay, I've rambled on and on about these, and it's starting to get old now, and frankly, if you look up gaming news, there is bound to be something bad to show up, like the recent announcement that Xbox is shutting down 4 studios, including Arcane Austin and Tango Gameworks. But I don't want to end the video in a negative light. With me saying all of this, is gaming bad to get into now? Is it just a hopeless endeavor to have fun nowadays? No, absolutely not. In fact, it's very easy to have fun. There are still a bunch of great games and ways to have fun out there. So I'm gonna end this video on a positive note, with some personal recommendations of games you should play. Halo, the Master Chief Collection. 6 of the most fun and iconic first-person shooter games on the market, wrapped together in a bundle that is only $40. Heck, it sometimes shows up on sale for $20. That is practically a gift for you. Go get it! I am definitely not biased. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. If you love real-time strategy, AoE 2DE is an astonishing remaster of one of the most beloved real-time strategy games of all time. And it is getting constant updates and additional factions. Mass Effect Legendary Edition. The classic space opera trilogy about angry mechanical squids and getting alien babes. But seriously, they are 3 of the most iconic role-playing games out there, with characters that are so well written that they will remain timeless, wrapped together in a neat package with all the DLC included for your convenience. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. People won't shut up about this game, including me, and for good reason. It is not only one of the best fantasy RPGs out there, it is one of the best PC games, period. And with an insane amount of modding support, there's literally endless ways to enjoy this game. Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion. Do you want a fantastic RTS? Do you like starships? How about massive starship battles? This game has all of that and more. Throwing in some 4X mechanics and ideas, and you have a real-time strategy gem in your hands. Not to mention the mods that could convert the game into a Halo, Star Trek, Star Wars, or even a Mass Effect space game. It also has an even more improved sequel launching on Steam this summer. Finally, a recent one. Helldivers 2. While its score may still be recovering from Sony's blow to it, I cannot deny that it is simply one of the most fun games on the market. No doubt about it. It goes to show that sometimes you don't need complex stories or in-depth characters. You just need democracy! In the end, is modern gaming in a questionable state? In some ways, yes. Mainly on the business side of things is where the questionable and controversial decisions lie. And while they usually are the things that do get the most attention news-wise, it should not reflect on you having fun gaming. So I will finish this video on this note. Find the game you love, support it with all your heart, and if something questionable starts happening to it, make your voice heard. Helldivers 2 proved that our voices can be heard. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this type of content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all, have a great one.